Hey everyone, so today I'm reviewing my 2015 BMW 228xi, a car that replaced the BMW 1 Series that finished its North American run in 2013. Now, since the 1 Series was such a beloved car by many, the 2 Series definitely had some big shoes to fill, so let's take a closer look and see if BMW succeeded. The F22 is the first generation of the BMW 2 Series range of compact coupes and convertibles. It was first released in model year 2014 as a successor to the E82, E88 coupe convertible models for the 1 Series lineup. As this car is equipped with the M Sportline package, it has an aggressive stance to it, seen through the curves and indentations on the doors and additional body panels. You can also notice the high gloss black trim around the windows, as opposed to the chrome found on the Sportline and luxury design models. The M Sportline model of the car comes with a beefier front and back fender, the front serving as an additional intake. Personally, I think the M Sportline package works better on a car like the 2 Series than a 3 Series, only because the aggression the Sport package tries to convey works better on a car with a smaller, more compact body. But that's just a matter of personal opinion. Minus the M Performance decal I put on the car myself, the M Sportline comes standard with sportier side skirts, which adds to the car's overall aggression and cool factor. So because this isn't a true M car, BMW doesn't want to spoil us by giving us their actual M-style bodywork, so they gave the M Sportline model these weird little indentations in the back fender, as if they don't charge enough for this car already. xDrive serves as BMW's all-wheel drive system, pushing power to all 4 wheels. Personally, I have no complaints here. I think this is the best all-wheel drive system next to Audi's Quattro. One of the few gripes I have about the 228 M Sportline model are these wonderful babies right here. Pirelli's P7 Cinturato all-season run-flat tires, right? Now, if you live in Florida, these tires aren't really an issue because you have mild weather down there and you're perfectly fine. But if you're like me in the Northeast, around December, January time, we get terrible potholes. And if one of these tires runs over said pothole, it can be absolutely catastrophic for the tire. And I can't tell you how many hours I've spent at the dealership getting these tires replaced. I mean, it's an absolute nightmare. And I don't know what executive and BMW of North America decided to outfit the M Sportline models with these all-season tires. I mean, if your goal was to piss us off, then you succeeded. Congratulations. But I mean, it is terrible. So it's one thing to consider if you're going for the M Sportline model of this car. So taking a look under the hood, my 228xi comes with a 240 horsepower twin-turbo engine, which is a pretty good output for a car of this size. The engine, being a 2-liter 4-cylinder, gives us an estimated 27 combined city highway miles, which is pretty good given the fact that it's powering a sportier coupe. On a good day, you might be able to get 35 highway miles out of this thing. Recommended fuel octane is 91+, so just make sure your wallet's ready for that. So looking at the interior of the car, first thing we really notice is the M logo on the door sill, which comes with the M Sportline package of the car, and that also comes with this stainless steel footrest here that's pretty dirty. I mean, you know, it's been a few years. And no, the red floor mats do not come standard. They are optional equipment because they're too damn cool to be included standard. Going to the seats can memorize up to 2 different configurations, and these seats actually are the sports seats that come with the M Sportline package, and they include lumbar adjustments as well as side bolster adjustments. And if these are adjusted properly, they are pretty damn comfortable, so nothing to complain about there. So if we take a seat inside the cockpit, we can actually see the M Sport steering wheel, which is very comfortable, ergonomically designed. The steering wheel includes paddle shifters, there's full voice command configurations, volume controls, odometer set controls. The cockpit has an 8-button programmable range that includes functionality for navigation, radio, anything you can possibly conceive on the infotainment system can be mapped to these buttons right here. Full AC and climate control adjustments, cup holders, glove box right here, and all navigation is done with this scroll wheel, which is very reliable, very precise, and responsive on the actual infotainment system. I mean, I personally love the BMW infotainment system and believe it's one of the best ones on the market, if not the best. Just the response is there, the software is on point, it's fast, it's responsive. I really have no complaints. The placement of the driving mode switch on the center console makes it easy for the driver to determine how aggressive or lax they want their ride to be. The car's various driving modes includes the fuel-conserving Eco Pro, Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus, which turns off traction control and offers a stiffened suspension. As far as the sound system goes on the 2 Series, the stock one's pretty serviceable. You get a central bass speaker with 1 additional speaker on each door. The bass and treble levels are pretty doable, nothing really special. It's not going to give you that full immersive experience. If you want, you could opt for the Harman Kardon system, which gives you 360 watt full power, 12 surround sound car speakers with a central bass speaker under each seat. Now that makes Android Royale sound that much better. Because this just doesn't cut it! So one of the first things I noticed about this car is just how agile and responsive it is. I mean, sure, it's a smaller car, so it's going to be a bit more responsive than your larger size BMWs, but I think there are a lot of factors that come to play here. This car seems tuned to perfection. You know, the steering itself is very accurate. There is no body roll whatsoever, and you're booking this car at 40, 50 miles an hour around a corner, and you do not feel any roll whatsoever. It's planted very firmly to the ground. Acceleration is on point. There is a bit of turbo lag, but it's negligible. But I think the idea here is that everything here is tuned so well that it creates one of the best value packages for a compact sports coupe out there right now, which I think tells us that this is one of the best BMWs currently available on the market. It's almost as if the engineers of BMW sat at a round table and said, let's make a worthy successor to the 1 Series and just engineer the hell out of it. Just make it perfectly tuned, fun to drive, and I think they succeeded. So what is our final verdict? Well, if we're looking at the premium compact segment, we basically have 3 options. We have the BMW 2 Series, the Mercedes CLA, and the Audi A3. Now, I've test driven all 3 cars, and I've got to say, without a doubt, the BMW 2 Series, wins the bet. I mean, I was eyeing the A3 as well, but I mean, it's a car based on an existing Volkswagen platform, and I kind of wanted something unique in that regard. But in terms of overall package, in terms of the punchiness and responsiveness of the car, in terms of the styling and what options are given to us, I've got to say the BMW takes the cake here. But what's surprising here is that for a coupe, it doesn't really feel like you're driving a small car. You legitimately feel as if you're in a smaller, more compact sports car, and you feel that, when you press on the acceleration, you feel the car go. It's very tight, it's very responsive, it's easy to throw around. It's just an overall fun car to drive, and I think that's what makes this so attractive as a purchase. Basically, the responsiveness in the ride, along with the infotainment system and some of the additional bells and whistles found in the M Sportline, made it the best choice for me in terms of a car to buy, and I could not have asked for anything else. I mean, I love this car. So you don't have to get this car with all the bells and whistles in order to make it a viable purchase, right? You can add in a few things here or there, maybe get it to around 42,000, and you're still getting a well-equipped car. There is no doubt about that. So if you're ever in the market for a premium 2-door coupe and you want that Germanic touch, the 2 Series is the way to go. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time.